welcome to another episode of I Demand a Homestead. It is the end of February here in Ontario in Canada, and today what we're going to be talking about is something that some folks have been asking me about, and it is our Ecofan, which is the fan that you see here on top of our wood stove. So let's get started and talk about exactly what this fan does and how it works. All right, hello. So here you can see is my Ecofan, and this is a fan that we've had for probably about 4 or 5 years now, and it's been working really great. So this particular one is called an Ecofan, which is kind of the original version of this fan. It was originally developed by a company here in Canada, a company called Ecofan, I think. And then they have also expanded into the UK. But I think after the Canadian company came out with this fan, they've also kind of developed different versions of this in different countries. So wherever you happen to be, there should be a version of this that you can find. So the reason why I like this fan is a few different reasons. For one, if you can hear, it's very, very quiet. So it helps to disperse the warm air. That kind of from the literature that we read before we got it, it kind of helps heat up your room about 30% faster than if you didn't have a fan on at all. And it can heat a room up to, I think it's like 250 square feet. Now, obviously, we have it in a larger space than that, but it certainly helps heat the immediate area that it's in. And so this fan is good for kind of reducing your fuel consumption, and it doesn't require any electricity, which is the cool part, which we'll get into a little bit later about how it actually works. So they're a little bit expensive, but I figure that over the time that we've had this fan, and I can't remember exactly how much we paid for it. This is the biggest one that we could get at the time. So if we kind of figure out how much wood that we're saving over time, it actually becomes worthwhile for us to have this fan. So, and again, as I said, it's much quieter than the blower. If I turn the blower on, now this is the way we often will have it, is we'll have the blower on low, and then we have the Ecofan going, and so we kind of get more air distribution that way, versus if you have the blower on high, and this is actually a relatively new wood stove, so the blower is pretty quiet. But the blower on high is a little bit annoying if you're trying to have a conversation. So we don't keep the blower on high unless nobody is in this area and we really need to heat the house up fast. So let me turn that off. And there we go. All right, so let's talk a little bit about how the Ecofan works. So what I'll do is I'll get you a little bit up close so you can see it better. So here's the fan. So as I said, this is an Ecofan. This is, I think, the Air Max version. So this is the biggest one that they made at the time that we bought it. It's really cool in that, here, let me get close enough if I can see what I'm doing, that it's actually not attached to anything. So this is why it doesn't use any electricity, because it's not attached to anything, and you'll notice it doesn't have any cords either. So it's really neat, because what it does is it actually uses the difference in temperature between the hot top of our wood stove and the cool air at the top of the fan, where you can kind of see those funky little, not the blade that's spinning, but the blades at the back here. This part, can you see my finger? No, you can't. This part here. Sorry, it's hard to do this when you're trying to shoot it at the same time. Anyway, so it's the difference between the surface, the heat of the surface at the base of it, and then those kind of fins, let's call them fins, at the top. All right, so, and that's what creates actually an electric current and allows the fan to spin, which kind of gets me to my next point about where you might place this on the stove. A lot of people think you should place it kind of right in front of the stove in the middle, But from what I'm kind of learning now, that's actually not the best place to put it. What you actually want to do is you want to put it someplace where the difference between the temperature of the base and the temperature at the back is as much as possible. So you're actually better to have it kind of off to the side like that, or even at the back of the stove if you can. We don't have enough space to do that, so that way the air it's pulling in is cooler. That actually creates more efficiency for the fan, and you're less likely to damage the parts. All right, so that is a little bit kind of showing you our Ecofan here. So we really like it, and the other thing that we like it for, which I forgot to mention, is in case there's a power outage, because in that case obviously your blower won't work, and any fans, electric fans that you're using to circulate your air won't work either. We also used this when we had a like a wood stove insert in our fireplace in another room, and it worked there too. Probably not as well as it works on this one, because we had the massive brick in behind the fan, like the insert, and so the temperature differential wasn't as good. But this one works really nicely to heat up this room. So if you're at all interested in getting an Ecofan, I think they're a great addition. They won't circulate the air as well as your blower will, but in combination with a low-speed blower, I think it works really well. And our house is about it's about 3,000 square feet, and we're able to heat it nicely with this one wood stove, with the blower on low, and using the Ecofan. So if you've enjoyed this video and would like to see more of what we've posted, please feel free to press the subscribe button, and you can also press the bell so that you get the notifications when I've posted a new video. And have a great day and take care. Bye-bye.